What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today. Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies. Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley is the CEO of Akerna, the best trade idea resource out there.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Ruell's Report. Tonight, we'll be talking about Metaverse plays and Launchpads. Ruell, what do we have on the docket for tonight?
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. So with a bull market going on, it's really nice to take advantage of Launchpads. If you don't know what Launchpads are, they're basically you can think of them as like kind of IPO centers for coins. Like it's just responsible for launching coins. And then let's go back to the metaverse again. And I was seeing that just like scouring YouTube, that a lot of people had trouble with metaverses and understanding what they were. So I was going to kind of go into that and let you know exactly what they're for.
Beautiful. All right, Ruell, do you mind getting a screen share up so we can see what we're looking at? And I do have to apologize to the audience out there tonight. I'm going to have to leave Ruell a little bit alone tonight, busy wrapping up some other things. But you are in good, competent hands with Mr. Ruell Black.
For sure. Let me share here. All right. Okay. All right, guys. So flying a little solo tonight. Let's get straight kind of into it here. So now who I want to cover specifically is BlueZilla. They have a lot of interesting launch pads. If we come here, it's bluezilla.vc. And if we look at projects here, let me grab some water. We have a lot of different launch pads they've launched. BCS pad, which is Binance, ETH ADA pad, Velas pad, KCC pad, swaps, Wagyu swap, Tron pad, NFT launch, Game Zone, Identity, Cross Swap, Cross Wallet, Astro Swap, and Pulse pad. And specifically, these topics kind of tie into each other, because if we come over here and look at Twitter, there's this thing called VPad. So BlueZilla, which has had a lot of success with all of its launch pads here, is going to launch a pad called VPad. If we come over here and look again at Twitter, so they're planning on launching it on let's see here. So they're planning on launching it on all of these different pads. So you need to be registered on these pads. If we take a look at the pad that I'm most interested in, which is Tron pad, if we come over here and look at its price, that's Tron, not Tron pad. Okay, Tron pad, we can see is sitting at 18.6. So 18 cents, pretty much 18 cents. And again, if you guys are interested in my Patreon, I give weekly crypto updates, little weekly crypto watch lists. If I bring up my Patreon here, you'll see that this is something I gave to my patrons. And when I gave it to my patrons, it was at 17. So we're already seeing a bit of a pumpity pump right now. So look at the posts. And let's see, published. So this is something that my patrons get. I won't show you guys. I don't want to show you the whole list because this is something that they paid for. But if you guys are interested in a Patreon, I do weekly crypto lists, and the Patreon's real cheap. It's only $7.77. So there's that. And as you can see, I do bonus posts because I appreciate my patrons. And yeah, so if that's something you're interested in. But back to Trumpad, it's already kind of popping up here. And if we look at it over the last 12 hours, and let's even go back further than that. Let's go back to the day and we'll hide this here. So it already moved up from 2 cents. Speaking of that, another thing that I gave you guys that my patrons got at about 2 cents is Seek. Check out my video on this. If you guys go to my darkhorsewatcher.com, you go straight to my YouTube and you can find all my videos and like and subscribe and see them. But definitely go check out my video about Seek. I won't touch on it here because I've touched on it on the video. Seek ARVR King. Check out that video. But yeah, so Seek itself, it's gone from 2 cents all the way up to 25 cents. So that's like a 10x that my patrons got. And I gave it to you guys, I believe, around like 8 cents or 5 cents. So definitely check that out. But again, Tron Pad, if we look at a couple of these different pads that they have here on BlueZilla, we can kind of see some of their success. So we just looked at Tron Pad. Let's look at AdaPad. And all of these you can buy on Binance. I don't like this AdaPad. That might be the wrong one because it's showing it in ones that don't necessarily, numbers that don't necessarily translate the best. This one doesn't either. So let's go to CoinMarketCap, shall we? Okay, so I'll look at a couple of its different pads. We're going to look at AdaPad. We already looked at TronPad. Let's see here. TronPad. So AdaPad. Here we go. AdaPad. It is 87 cents. It's loading. Okay, so while it's loading, I'm going to go show us TronPad's website. Now, in order to be involved in TronPad, if you want, you can just buy the token because I anticipate TronPad going up in preparation for this Meta VPad. But let's go look at the site so that we know like exactly what we need to do if we wanted to be like a part of any of these IDOs. So you go all the way down here. In order to be a part of this IDO, you would need either, so 15K gives you a lottery ticket, and they have to kind of pick you for you to be a part of the IDO. Minimum 50K gets you gets you a guaranteed spot. So I believe that's like 8 money right now with the price of it. So you just got that laying around. You can get a guaranteed spot. But if we go look at the projects they have right now, I don't think they have. Okay, so they have PulsePad right now. PulsePad and Pulse itself is something we also might want to look at. I had to do a video on this. It's basically going to be like a layer 2 solution for ETH. But okay, so AdaPad, that should have loaded for us. Okay. So ETHPad, if we look at it last 3 months, pretty much has doubled from 47 cents to 86 cents. If we look at VelusPad, Velus is another kind of chain that just has come out of nowhere. VelusPad is at $1.16, and that's gone up from. Okay, again, we'll let that just sit there and load. So while VelusPad is loading, let's look at some more Meta VPad stuff. So Meta VPad, it's hit another home run. We're ever grateful for the community growth over the last 2 weeks. And as you can see, they have 37K followers already. And if we go, I think we're going to have to go to Telegram for this. Hopefully you guys can see the Telegram. Let me verify that you can see it. Okay, so yeah, you can see the Telegram. So if we come over here to Meta, hopefully I get the right one. So already there's all this fake stuff about Meta whitelists, Meta VPad whitelists. Please, please, please don't go to these. They're nothing but they're nothing but fake stuff trying to get your money. Hopefully I can find the right Meta VPad here. Yep, all of these are wrong. There's no pre-sale, all of that. This is wrong. This is fake. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to find the right one, but just to say, it will be launching on these pads. If I could actually go to Meta VPad, oh wait a minute, they have a link to it on their site, on their thing. So that's what we'll do. That should just make us go straight to it. Open in Telegram desktop. Okay, sweet. So here we go. This is the right one. So Meta VPad IDO will take place only on the following platforms: BSDPad, AdaPad, NFT Launch, Game Zone, and VelusPad. So any of these, unfortunately, it won't be on TronPad, which I'm really excited about. But any of those pads you guys can get and use, and this will be on there. So let's take a look at AdaPad and Game Zone. So we just looked at AdaPad. That's not the right one. Where is it? Okay, so we just looked at AdaPad here, and now VelusPad is finally up, which is perfect. Okay, so VelusPad has gone from 50 cents in the last 3 months all the way up to $1.20. So that's like at least a 1x and change. And like I was saying, all of these kind of BlueZilla pads, they're just successful. So so if you're kind of looking on getting into this, if you're kind of looking at getting into this Meta VPad, you're probably going to have to purchase either Game Zone or AdaPad. So since we already looked at AdaPad, let's go to its site. Okay. So it'll tell us down here what guaranteed allocation will be once it loads. Okay. Okay, so lottery is 2,000, 4,000, 6,000. Guaranteed tiers is 25K. Wow. So sitting at 80 cents, 80 something cents. Let's just say it's at 90 cents. 25K times 90 It's a good 22K. But you know what? You don't have to be guaranteed a tier. You could still just buy ADA coin and take advantage of that. And not financial advice, but that's what I would do if I could still just buy ADA coin and take advantage of ADA coin's growth and wait for Meta VPad to come out, and hopefully it takes a dive, and then I can buy it on a low. Again, so let's look at AdaPad and what happened when it first came out, or VelusPad when it first came out, and see if there's like a little dip that we could buy. So seems like there's a little dip that we could buy. Again, let's look at AdaPad. Go back. Okay. AdaPad, when did it come out? So it's sitting at 86 cents. Oh, it takes forever to load. Okay, but while it's loading, I'll come over here and I want to talk to you guys about the metaverse. Okay, here it goes. It's loading. So when it first came out, it came out that day and it was just chilling at 0.002. So see, that's why. Wait, okay, no. That's wrong. What is this? This is token play. This is not AdaPad. Okay. We'll wait for that to go. But while that's going, let's talk Metaverse. Oh, okay. Okay, it's going to be quick today. So year to date. Okay, so when it first came out, it came out at like 68 cents. People sold off, which happens when the things first come out, people are kind of selling off because they bought it in so low. So they sold off and you could have bought it here at like 37 or 40 something cents and still got a 2x out of it. Let's see how much people actually bought it at. So public sale price was 0.004. So they had, God, that's just such a big gain here. And those are the gains that we can get in these pads if you can actually be a part of the pre-sale. So these people made like, I don't know, like 1,000 or more X because they bought it 0.004 and they sold it like 60 something cents, 40 something cents. So while we have a bull market like this, these are some of the things that you can get in and really get a nice gain. Before we get to the metaverse again, one other pad I want to tell you guys about is SoulPad because it's kind of around the value where most people can kind of get into it right now and still be, still like you can get into it right now without having to drop 22K on it or something like that. So let's look at SoulPad. SoulPad Finance. So right now it's sitting at under a penny. We go look at the project. Now I looked at the whitelist for this earlier today. Okay, it seems like we can go look at it right there if we want to, but okay, one of the things that intrigued me about SoulPad is because quantity is under a cent. We can get it real cheap. AU21 Capital, I believe they were involved in Axie Infinity. They were one of many investors that were involved in that. So since they're involved in this, that makes me really hype for this SoulPad. And I think I pulled out of the documents. Okay, we'll pull it up and see if we can find it right quick. That if you have 15K, you're guaranteed a spot. And 15K right now was like something like 100 or $200 or something like that, I believe. So let's see, launching platform. Okay, yep, this is it right here. IDO will be split into 5 different tiers. This is a tier for pad users who have staked at least 1,500 with 4% allocation total pool weight splitting between participants. And this is what it says. Process is simple. Users just need to stake enough number of pad token following certain periods before the sales dates. According to the number of stake pad token, users will be pooled into different tiers that split guaranteed allocations along participants. So either one of these pools is guaranteed, and the minimum is 15K. So let's just go and get the absolute specifics on that based off of how much that costs right now. Sometimes you got to break out that trusty calculator, So it's almost a cent. Okay, so that's $135. So for $135 right now, you can go guarantee your allocation in this. You might have to wait a while until they get everything up and running here. But let me show you guys something. And I told you guys about this like 8 months ago. PBR, one of the ones I really regret letting go of. I was telling you guys about PBR, and you can watch past Ruell reports. I was telling you guys about PBR at 14 cents. Sitting here, it's $3, and I'm just mad that I let go of that. If we go look out a year ago, as we can see. So I told you guys about this, like when it was sitting like right. No. It was sitting. It was something around this area where it was sitting about 14 cents. Okay, yep, it's right around here where it's sitting at 14 cents. Goes from 14 cents, boom, all the way up to $3. So this is also the power of being into these IDO platforms. You could turn like 14 cents into this $3 here. So I'm mad about that one. But yes, another home run for our channel. I did point this out to you guys, even though I very sadly jumped out. Let's go see if we have any questions before I get into the metaverse stuff. And oh yeah, this is the channel here. You can just go, like I said, straight to darkhorsewatcher.com and you can check it out. But let me go. Oh, another video you guys should check out on my channel, and we're going to get into this too when we talk about metaverses, is Epic Prime. So we're going to get into Epic Prime. We're going to get into metaverses after this, but let me go check for questions. Trying to make a dollar out of 15 cents. Sup, Shelly? My people, I love y'all. Sup, Clyde? That's a good name. That's a strong name, Clyde. That's my daddy's name. Apparently, my sisters wouldn't let me be named Clyde because they thought it was an old school name, but I would have been all right with that. God rest my daddy and my mama souls. So, okay, metaverse. So, here's the thing. Like, I didn't know that people didn't understand metaverses. I'm a comic book head, guys, and so like I understand metaverses, but basically that whole metaverse thing. I'm an old millennial. I'm 30. I'm 39, so technically I'm a millennial. It's not for millennials, old millennials. It's not for Gen Z. It's for our kids. They have been putting our kids into this whole realm of metaverses with Fortnite, with Robux. So when they found out that our kids were willing to kind of pay for skins or accessories for their character, that's when metaverse really became a thing. So to be honest, they kind of weaned us into it with these RPGs. Like you can think of these like the Final Fantasies and stuff like that. You can kind of think of them as their own metaverse too, if you had that character and you're running through that area. But everything we got was inside of the game and was for the purpose of winning the game. Our kids are just buying it just to accessorize. Because I asked them like, does it help you win? No, it's just like something that they're accessorizing their character with. So really, when we think about metaverses, we got to think about this as being something that is for our kids, because their buying power is what's going to be kind of out there, because they're about 30, they're from anywhere to 8 to like what 18, 19, 20. So they're going to soak up all their buying power in these metaverses. Okay, so along with that, these skins and these equipment that they're buying, they're going to be NFTs. So when we look at the metaverse, we also have to look at NFTs being something that's going to gain along with metaverses. Okay, so metaverses, we really got to put it into like really like three categories if we could. um, NFTs and ARVR. Um, yeah, so NFTs and ARVR. So maybe like two categories. Those are the things that are gonna really gain the most from this whole metaverse deal. And be on the lookout for a show that I'm going to be having with Underdog Crypto. We're part of a community called the Crypto Intelligence Committee, and I'm going to have some short stuff that decodes crypto like this. It's either going to be Crypto Decode or Decode Crypto. Not sure which. We're going to name it. Excuse me. Let me grab some water. So we're going to talk about things that kind of just get crypto like decoded right down to the simple parts. And the simple parts again, like of this metaverse, is just NFTs and creating an AR VR world for our kids. Um, so now let's get into a coin called Epic Prime, and we're going to be giving you some more stuff on Epic Prime and comparing it to Seek. Remember again, I said watch these videos on my channel because I kind of go more in depth on it. I'm not gonna touch Seek at all. I love Seek. I think I actually like Seek better than Epic Prime, to be honest with you. But if we go into Epic Prime, it's sitting at 50 cents here. The thing that Epic Prime is saying that they really want to do is be the connector of metaverses. So you can see it was just chilling here for a while, pumped all the way up to 60 some cents. It's chilling here about 50 cents. If Epic Prime can actually be the connector of metaverses, because if we go here and we kind of do like Epic Verse search, we kind of get some stuff on them where they're saying they want to be that connector. And I'm going to find this information. I'm going to read it for you guys right quick. Okay. The Epic Verse is a network of railroad tracks needed for cross-chain, cross-platform interoperability, said Epic CEO Victor David. We created an ambitious evolutionary framework that will make getting on, off-chain, or in and out chain of metaverses perfectly seamless. Okay, and another part of that is this phrase right here. The Epic Verse consists of a number of unique microverses that will exist within other video game metaverses. As such, Epicverse acts as a gateway between worlds, providing an interconnected network across any game in which another Epicverse exists. So basically, they want to be the epic verse, the universe that contains all these other verses. So when Facebook, like I told you guys that Facebook was announcing Meta before they did actually, and um, and um, and with that, I was thinking that Sandbox and Mana and all of that, these other companies that have their own metaverses, were going to actually go down because once Facebook is in the competition, like it's going to be hard for them. But if a company like Epic can be the connector to those three metaverses, oh my, then they have a real big thing here. So I don't know if they can deliver on that, but if they can, it'd be like very amazing because you got Sandbox and you got what is it, Mana. So these are two huge epic verses, or two big metaverses, and if these can be connected together via another metaverse, that would be awesome. So if they can do that, they're going to look really really good. um and Seek, we can touch Seek a little bit because I really love Seek, y'all. First of all, Seek has all these different stars attached: Lady Gaga, Demi Lovato, Ziggy Marley, Ringo Starr. Gotta have a Beatle, right? Especially if you want to be, international. And there's a girl here, Jessie Reyes. I didn't know who she was. I thought she was big in Latin America, but my boy, Riviera Group, love Scott guy, really nice guy, really nice guy. Um, she's a big Canadian star. So they're touching everywhere. They got Francis Ngannou on here. So just the fact that they have all those stars already is a big thing. But you can see here they're trying to be like a YouTube because they have that whole YouTube interface looking thing. Like it looks like a YouTube or a what is it, like a Roku or a Hulu, right? Like Seek Picks, what's hot, stars, what's new, popular, and channels, right? And channels show you exactly what they want to hit. Esports, um, virtual concert here. We got a sports academy, and the list goes on. Like they could do like a Khan Academy if they wanted to, and like do some educational stuff. They could do training, and all this is via an AR VR headset. And if you look at their phone app is awesome. Like I would try to do it for you, but I don't want us to get copyrighted because they have some really awesome music on there. But download the phone app. I really encourage you to download the phone app. Uh, they have it for both Apple and for Android, um, and you can use the phone app without having to have the AR VR headset, and they let you have the AR VR headset if you just, I mean, if you wanted to buy it, it's like $100, but it's only 2 clicks on their phone app. So yeah, so really check that out. One of the things I want you to be aware of with Seek is soon they're going to be selling some virtual land. And virtual land is something that's companies like Sandbox and Mana are really taking advantage of. So Seek, they have it somewhere. Like check out their Twitter. But it's really nice to see that they have all these followers on their Twitter. Um, down here somewhere it mentions that they're gonna sell some land, their virtual land. Right here. Preview of Seek Metaverse, blah 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 blah. But they're gonna sell virtual land and whatnot. So really watch the video on that, and yeah. So what are some other metaverse ones we can get into? So we got into Seek, we got into um, we got into Epic Prime, Senso is another one, and I have a video on Senso as well. So watch that one, but we'll just touch on it a little bit. They want to do VR, AR concerts as well, and they have a couple big guys on tap for them. Nobody as big as like Lady Gaga or whatever, but they have some really nice DJs. DJ Black Coffee, Michel Jade. I don't know. I hope I said that right. I'm not sure who he is, but I'm sure some people might know. Steve Aoki, he's a really big NFT artist. I think he does music too and acting. They have DJ Black Coffee, David Guetta. So that's some interesting technology, and you might have heard me talk about Senseo get on here before. Um, and if we got into the stock of it, let me see if there are any questions for you guys or from you guys here. Give me that Goku skin. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions here. I'll be looking out for it. Um, Definitely want to hear you guys if you have any questions or whatnot. But yeah, so let's look at the stock way of it too. So Facebook bought Oculus. So if you're buying Oculus like AR VR stuff, you're buying it from Facebook. But ones that you might want to look at is Vuzi here. If you look at Vuzix, they make AR augmented glasses. And the difference between AR, VR, if you guys don't know, is virtual reality is like you're kind of in the world, you're covering your eyes with like this this headset that puts you like literally kind of in the world, like we saw with Dwayne Wade right here. It's like it's putting you into that world. But when we talk AR, it's augmented reality in that you put on some glasses and there's like these holograms that are on the glasses. That's like putting holograms in front of your face. So it's augmenting reality a bit. You can kind of think of like the holodeck from Star Trek kind of deal there, but like it's coming through the glasses. So if you want it, like you could I can conceive of them making something as an engineer. I can conceive of them making something where you put on these augmented reality glasses and they put an augmented reality keyboard in front of you, which you can actually like move your fingers like you're typing, and it can figure out like from where your fingers have like kind of moved over the like maybe they can sense it, and you could actually type through the augmented reality. But yeah, so just so you know, that's the difference between AR VR. Um, but yeah, Vuzi is one that I'm really. I was looking at this when it was like $3. This is another one that I didn't hold to my convictions on. I was looking at this junk like a year ago when it was like sitting at $3 to $2, and there was all this volume, like as far as like a lot of people buying stuff and them having good earnings. So I was like, okay, what's going on here? But didn't hold on to my convictions there. But yeah, still at $11 after being up to a high of 30. I think it's a really good deal here, especially once these metaverses and augmented and AR things get set up. You got to believe that this company is just going to go through the roof. So here we go. Vuzix is a supplier of smart glasses and augmented reality technologies and products for the consumer and enterprise markets. Company's products include personal display, wearable computing devices that offer users a portable, high quality viewing experiences. Provide solutions for mobility, wearable displays, and augmented reality. They hold over 166 patents and patent pending and numerous IP license in the video eyewear field. So Um, yeah, if you're looking to kind of get into this in a stock way, but just know that the stocks are not going to move as fast as the crypto is going to move. So like if you're investing in this, know that it literally probably won't move for like a year or 6 months or 8 months. Whereas when we're looking at this stuff like Tronpad, like maybe a month, you know what I mean? Like maybe a month, but it has upcoming catalysts, right? Just like I told you guys, they're gonna do the thing for PulsePad. They're not gonna do. We just checked that out on the other thing that they're not gonna do anything for Meta VPad. If you want to get in on Meta VPad, you need to either do AdaPad or let me go check again. So AdaPad, BSCPad, NFT Launch, Game Zone, or VelusPad. Let me check out NFT Launch. That was one I did not look at yet. So let me look at that. NFT Launch. I also didn't look at BSC pad because I just assumed it wouldn't be too. Oh, NFT Launch. Okay, it's 22 cents. Maybe that's something we can get in on because it's not ridiculously high. Let's see. Okay, so over the last 3 months, it's still it like next to like triple. It's like four times of what it once was. But I'm sure a lot of this has to do with the Meta VPad too. The people are trying to get into something that will allow them to get into Meta VPad. Um, so we can buy this on Binance Smart Chain. Let's go look at their network and see how much we need to stake to actually be a part of this. Okay, see, and look at that public pricing. They got this at 0 point or 0.0015. When this guy came out at 12 cents. So they got 1,000x from this guy. So let's see here. Let's go back to where it was. Okay. Okay. 3-tier model. NFT starter. Okay, so we need 20K of these bad boys if we're trying to be guaranteed in a pool. So what's that? Let's go break out that calculator again. 20 times 0.22. So if you're sitting on $4,400, you can be a part of the Meta Pad launch. So that's that. And I want to see how much they stake for. I'm definitely gonna pick up some of this. I'm probably not gonna pick up $4,000 worth. But I'm gonna pick up some of it. And then let's look at BSC pad. Yeah, $2. I figured this one was gonna be more than. But let's look out. Okay, so I mean it's still lower than it's been. But yeah, so my targets are gonna be this NFT pad and this the Tron pad. But let me come over and see if you guys have any questions. You're very welcome. Thanks for the love. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, I definitely want to make you guys feel. I definitely want to make sure you guys are informed because I really think crypto is the path to financial freedom. If you, it would be like investing in the stock market when it was only 10 years old. Like everything is such a baby and crypto right now, and we're only like kind of just now figuring out all the ways that we could use it. So, see NFT launch. Spelled it wrong. Okay, wait, let's go back over here and see that again because it seemed like there was an arbitrage situation, like it was lower on Pancake Swap than it is on anything else. Let's see. Perhaps that's the truth. So always know that with if you want to see what something is on, go to Coin Market Cap, stroll on down here, and it'll tell you the markets. So it's on Uniswap, Pancake Swap, and whatever this is. So no, it's not at 18 cents. It's 22 cents for all of them. But I know one time I came on here and I checked out Game Zone, and Game Zone was sitting at like 4 cents less on what was it on IO. So I went and I grabbed some of them because it's a nice little arbitrage, and it eventually caught back up, but that's a nice little 5% for no reason. You know what I mean? That you just get because it wasn't in sync. You see, yeah. So now it's in sync, whereas Uniswap is not. Pancake Swap isn't. For some reason, it's just not. People aren't syncing this guy up right because it should be like the same price for all of them, but for some reason they're not syncing them up right. Um, let's look and see. Was that another one that we could buy it from? Yes. So Game Zone. Game Zone also, in order to buy it from Game Zone, you have to stake a ridiculous amount of coins. Game Zone also has this game called Valhalla that's gonna be coming out that a lot of people are liking. So there's another catalyst there. Okay, so for 1,000 of them, you can get something, but you don't get guaranteed. For guaranteed, you gotta stake 20K of these boys. So there's that. See if there are any more questions. Okay, doesn't seem to be any more questions. So let me see if there's something else that I can show you guys before we go. Okay, so let's look at Velus pad. Velus seems to be an up and coming chain. So I definitely think that you guys should go out there and buy some Velus because it seems to be an up and coming chain. If we go look at the pad, okay, maybe I gotta try to open the app. Because there's this game called Valhalla that you guys might want to look into. Okay, so there's Valhalla. You guys might want to look into that. And then there's also the pulse pad thing that you can get as well. These are two different ones that seem to be really high. And let's just see how BitOrbit did. The swap rate, a dollar gave you 142 bit something. So if we come over here and say on the calculator, I hate it when they do that. I wish they would just do like the cents version of it. So we do a dollar times. 1 second, guys. Hey, Isa, I'm not done yet. My son, I know I put a note on the door for this guy not to come in while I'm doing the show. He's still coming in. I swear, 12-year-olds. So it's 0.007 cents is what this costed. And if we look at it now, orbit 81 cents. So there's such a big a gain for you guys to get into these right now. Honestly, just so you know, what I've seen is when things are popping, these launch pads seem to be popping. But when like if we look at it like okay, let's look at BSC pad because it seems like it's been around the longest for these pads. If we look at it like 3 months ago when we were kind of in that bear market, and these are some of the things I'd like to do. Maybe I should get a course together so that I can like teach people this stuff and but um when we were in a bear market, I think when did the bear market we can just easily come over here and kind of see when the bear market stopped and started. And this will probably be the last thing I do before I sign off. But these are some of the research things that I like to do. If we go check the price of Bitcoin, which is at an all-time high, around like 70 or 67. Let's see. I want to see when that bear market was because I guarantee you that, okay, wow, 67. So I guarantee you that these launch pads weren't doing as well when we were in this bear market. So the beginning of the bear market kind of was like, wow, we got to go way over here. Okay. Okay, it was right here. This is when it just freaking tumbled. That was May 19th. Okay. And let's see. So this one wasn't really around back then. So I know PBR was, and PBR took a huge hit around that time. Okay, it's loading. Okay, if we go to year to date, so May. So see here in May, it fell along with everything else. It was as high as 40 something cents and it fell. So if you guys see a bear market coming on, it might be a great time to hop out of the launch pads or wait till a bear market happens and hop into other launch pads. But just know once that bear market is about to happen, kind of like not financial advice, but I tend to hop out of these things, out of launch pads then. But now that everything's popping, it's a really great idea to get into the launch pads. Okay, so that's what we got for this week. If there's anything that you guys want to see next week, please let me know in the comments. I will be taking a look and whatnot. Hey, Mainly Music, what's up, man? You can check out the recording. I did not look at sand. Um, I did not look at sand. Um, but while you mentioned sand, and I guess this will be the last thing that I take off of. If you're having difficulties using Pancake Swap, what you probably need to do, and I'll come over here and show you right quick, is change your slippage. You might need to put your slippage all the way up to 20, and it'll give you an error that your transaction may be front one. Don't worry about that. So if that's if you want to buy it something and you're having problems, are always up your slippage to like 20%. So that should fix your issue with Pancake Swap. And then about the sand thing. So one thing I want to let you guys know, there's this really cool um it's going to be almost like an RPG game, but you can think of it almost as another kind of metaverse called Ember Sword that's coming around. And they just started selling land. I was lucky enough to get a spot of this land, but since I was also lucky enough to get this land, I saw where it's being sold at, and Luke always tells you guys about the test I do. If I'm looking to get into something, I kind of come check and see how many Twitter followers it has. You come over here to Ember Sword at 63K followers, so it's doing pretty good for itself. So if you go buy some land from Ember Sword, you're not going to be worried about not being able to sell it. If we come over here and take a look, OpenSea, this is where you can buy a lot of different NFT things. Um, okay, so Ember Sword Land, and you only want to buy the one from the blue check. So Ember Sword Land. They got land plots over here. The floor price is 0.14 because they're 4 different types of plots. If we come over here, um, so filter. Okay, never mind about the filter because I'm not figuring out how to do it. Okay, there we go. Type. So there's just a regular plot of land, settlement, city, town, capital. I own just a regular plot of land, and for 14, this regular plot of land will cost you like $672, which I think would be way cheaper than what sand is right now. So if you're looking to buy some virtual land, you might want to look over here at Ember Sword. Not financial advice, but just something for you guys to look into. Because if you go over to Sandbox, I'm sure the land is probably going to be way, way higher price than that. Because even when Sandbox was at like 70 cents, that land was like at least the cheapest was like $1,000 from what I can remember. But let me go over here and take a look. And really, if you're going to buy this virtual land, you really got to think of a plan about how you want to kind of make it work. Okay, I'm not going to sign it with my wallet, but a lot of these NFT projects will buy virtual land so that all their different people can kind of be a part of the virtual land. You really want to have a plan with these virtual land pieces, because if you look at some of them, they have like uh, actresses or something like that. I saw one that a Korean actress bought for themselves. Board a Yacht Club had some land in Sandbox, so it's like they're almost creating these virtual meta spaces for people to advertise. And see here, it shows it right here. Like you got Atari over there. That was good, very good for them to show that. So virtual land, that might be another thing that people might want to look into as far as like getting and earning money and getting something, an asset that's valuable. Um, but yeah, we'll sign off for today. Let me know what you guys want to see in the chat there. Be on the lookout for my channel, Black Ruell Investing. All you got to do is go to darkhorsewatcher.com. You'll be forwarded directly to my YouTube, where you can like and subscribe. But be on the lookout. We're going to have some more shows coming up. We're going to actually have a show with Underdog Crypto, Decode Crypto, where we go into all things Metaverse. So stay on the lookout for that. Thank all you guys for being here. Really appreciate you guys. Again, let me know what you guys want to see. Some about what you guys want to see. We're all here together, and we're going to achieve that financial freedom. That's what I would like for us to do. Not financial advice, but that's my wish, hope for all of you guys. Have a good one, guys. Peace.